Hey everybody, it's Mitch and welcome to another video. Today we've got another Dungeons & Dragons race description. Today's race is the Killorien out of the Races of the Wild. Now the Killorien, well, it's actually kind of a cool race, unlike a few others, but there's a lot of good races. This one's great. Sorry, I just did a video on the Null, which is not a good race. But anyways, let's get to the Killorens. So the Killorens, what do they get exactly? Not a lot, but there's not a lot of downsides either. So they're pretty good, and generally races don't give you a lot. It's just bad when they give a lot of downsides. So they're Fae, so that's kind of cool. That makes it so that they're not affected by like hold person and all that cool stuff. Unlike other Fae, they don't have they don't gain damage reduction, which is kind of sucky, but oh well. They have 30-foot land speed. Let's see, they get low light vision, cool. Immunity to magical sleep, a lot like elves. Same with the low light vision. Racial skills, they get a +2 on handle animal and survival, cool. They do have a downside of cold iron anathema, if I'm pronouncing that right. So what this is basically they take a -2 whenever they're using a weapon that's cold iron or partially cold iron. So unfortunately that does include you wielding a bow with cold iron arrows. So if the tips of the arrows are cold iron, then they're going to take a -2 penalty. Kind of a downside, it makes them not so good at fighting other Fae, but not something that comes up a whole lot. I haven't had a lot of Fae enemies that I've had to face, so not too terrible. Let's see what else. And they also get a really cool ability called Manifest Nature's Might. So basically what it is every day they get to pick one of 3 different aspects of nature's might that they want to embody. And those 3 options are very different, and let's go over each of them. So first you have the aspect of the Ancient, which really that one just gives you a big bonus on, I believe it's Knowledge Nature, and a +2 bonus, Knowledge Nature, and a +2 on saving throws against enchantment effects that stacks with the one you already get as a Killorien. That's cool. That's really all it is. It's a huge bonus on Knowledge Nature, though. I believe it's like 2 plus your level, which is nice, because you can also already have a bunch of ranks in Knowledge Nature and just have a ridiculously high Knowledge Nature check. So like at level 20 you could effectively have like a +40 to your Knowledge Nature when you're in this form. So yeah, let's see, this one makes your hair turn white and you have like sky blue eyes when you're in this form. So that's another thing about manifesting these. You can change it every single day, but only in the morning. You're only allowed to change it during the morning. So you can't really change it on the fly exactly, but it's kind of cool. And each of them, they changed your hair and eye colors. One of them actually changes your skin's color a little too. So the next one is the aspect of Destroyer. That basically gives you a free a special kind of smite, which would stack with the Paladin smite for the most part, I believe. If you have Paladin, you just use both at the same time. This one, it just gives you 1 extra damage per hit dice, so it's kind of nice. Pretty good buff. You're able to do it once per hour, so you're only going to get it once in combat, and you can do it a number of times per day equal to your charisma bonus. So that's okay. Let's see. Our last one is aspect of the Hunter. This one's kind of cool. It gives a +2 to initiative. It also gives bonuses on listen, hide, listen, move silently, and spot checks. Doesn't give a whole lot, but that +2 on initiative is pretty nice. This one's just gonna, this one's great for combat in general. So, yeah. And this one changes your, the aspect of the Destroyer, which I talked about, that changes your hair and eyes black. That black eyes is actually an unnerving shade of black. The Hunter, what color was it again? Let's see. Forest green for both hair and eyes, and your skin gets a little ruddier. So, okay, that's cool. That's really all there is for these guys. They also get, Automatic language is Common Sylvan, cool. Let's see, bonus languages Aquan, Orin, Elven, Gnome, Ignan, and Terran. So all the languages of your elementals, plus the languages of elves and gnomes. Okay, interesting. Favorite class, Druid. Honestly, this class, or sorry, not class, this race, it's quite interesting. It could be used for a number of different builds. You could do it with a Druid, interesting. Could do it as a Ranger fairly effectively. That +2 on initiative could really help out a lot. Really, it could work with a lot of different builds, and the build that you pick really affects which aspects you're going to be manifesting the most. Because a lot of Killorens, they just pick one and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to always be in this form. You can change it every day. A lot of Killorens do not. That's a choice that they make, and it's one there's likely you're going to make. Between the 3 different builds, the aspect of the Ancients gives you a huge boost on Knowledge Nature, kind of nice. Then there was the Destroyer, so you get a nice smite attempt, which works on a lot of different things. I just forgot to mention that, but Outsiders, Humanoids, Abjurations, Undead, like there's a huge list. But you know, if you try and use it on something that isn't affected, that isn't on the list, it doesn't do anything and it's still used up. So that's a downside. Very similar to the Paladin Smite. But yeah, I believe you could stack the 2 together. Do a Smite, do a Paladin Smite plus this. So if you wanted to go Paladin, if you wanted to be a Killorian Paladin, you could just do massive amounts of damage on single attacks if you're fighting evil outsiders. That's kind of cool. Let's see, if you want the aspect of the Hunter, then you get that +2. You could just basically get a +2 to initiative all the time, +2 a couple stats. Great for Rangers and stuff like that, as I mentioned. The Ancient, that'd be good if you wanted to be... that one's good for a lot of different things, actually. Yeah, just a bonus on Knowledge Nature. That's probably not one you'd want to focus on, having like your main one, but it'd be a good one to switch to every so often, especially out of combat. Like if you have a day where you know that you're probably not going to be engaging in combat, be a good one to switch into for that day. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about Killorens. I don't have any super good ideas for builds on these guys off the top of my head, but I can see how useful it would be. Like a Paladin to get Massive Smite is one that I can really see most effective. But anyways, especially if you're fighting evil outsiders. But anyways, that's really all I have to say about these guys. So if you like the video, please give me a like. If you really like it, share it with your friends. Then if you want, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That's right up there. Check out my videos down in the links below. And of course, yeah. Anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you.